Hi again. So guys, today I just wanted to talk about a topic called as AWS, that is Exchange Web Services. So I got a task of doing an R&D on AWS. So how to get the email addresses from AWS. So I just thought that I have completed it, and I have just uh, I would like to share with you all. Um, um, so basically, AWS is nothing but it is a way of accessing your Outlook data directly via Microsoft Exchange and Office 365. So this is a basic thing, and this makes it deals with the server-based application to process your Outlook data. Okay, and AWS provides access to much of the same data that is made available through Microsoft Outlook. So AWS clients can integrate and synchronize Outlook data directly with your web-based application. Your AWS can access all your data in Exchange, that is email, contacts, calendar, task, folders, everything. Then permissions can be granted like delegates. You can have impersonations. So all these things are a definition of an AWS. So basically, how AWS came into picture. So what had happened is like Microsoft Outlook and Exchange, an exchange for it's going on for around 10 years basically, and they wanted some available options for adding new features as a custom projects. And we also have large number of add-ins in Outlook. So to increase the available options, Exchange Web Services came into pictures, and that Exchange Web Services actually enable the client communication to communicate directly with the Exchange server by passing your Outlook data completely. So this opens a very seamless integration with your Exchange data without any problems with your existing Outlook plugins. So Exchange Web Services are basically a rise for Office 365, and it provides a significant solution for integrating your web application with Exchange. So this was all about the Exchange Web Services, and if you Google, you can get a lot more information about AWS. So I'll just go to one project which I developed to fetch the email addresses, the global address list basically, not the email addresses, I would say, the global address list from the Outlook. Instead of Exchange, I used AWS. Um, so just hold for a minute, and I would just show you what changes I have done to achieve it. Okay, so it is pretty simple. So it is nothing a rocket science, or not too much difficult, but yes, you need to do little bit of R&D to find exactly how to um, get it, and how to do. So basically, if you can see the screen, so basically I just created one AWS Windows form. Okay, and in that, simply I have just written a text box to search. Like if I add Shruti, and if I click on search, in my grid all the Shruti global list address list should come in the data grid. Okay, so basically what I have done, on my button click, I have called this particular function called as get email from AWS. This will pass my search value because in a similar way further we have to do it in our project. Okay, so if I go to the implementation of this, I have created this particular class called as user email underscore EWS. Okay, so now in this it is pretty self-explanatory, but we have created an exchange mailbox version. Okay, and this is it's available from the, I mean, if you click if you just access global this particular variable, you can get your exchange mailbox version. Then we have the exchange version of the service. This is this basically comes from your exchange services, basically part of your Microsoft Exchange.webservices.data. Okay, so this particular DLL, and then we have provided the URL. Okay, and here we have set the properties. Okay, and here we have actually entered the search value. Okay, and the other properties like what location you need to search, and we have passed the first property. Okay, so resolve name, it actually contains your name to resolve, that is a search value. Then your scope, that is a location. Then if you want to return the contact details and whatever property you have set. So later once we get the value, then we have just looped through it, and whatever the class I have created, I have just added to the list of it, dispose the objects, and have returned the email. So when I will come to this particular form, I'll get. So I'll just run this particular project so that everyone can get an idea that what actually is happening in the background. Although it is very simple, but it needed an R&D, but it is very much self-explanatory, and it's a very good feature, AWS. Okay, so for testing purpose, what I have done is, like in my Client Insight FX add-in, I have just created a small button called as AWS. Okay, so when I click on a button, this will go to my form. Okay, and when I type, for example, if I type Shruti, and if I search, so internally if I go, if anybody wants to see it, so this is my exchange mailbox version. Okay, and then this is my exchange version. Okay, then here we create the service okay, service definition. Then we point to the URL, then we get all the properties over here. Okay, so and now my search value is Shruti. So let's see how many records we get it from the global list. So we got around 100 records. So even though there are more than 100 records of Shruti, there is a limitation of Outlook that it will return only 100 count at a time, because it don't want to overload the Outlook search. Okay, So if I just do an F5 and if I run, so with whatever Shruti name email IDs are there, I will just get it and it will just route. So this is just a sample POC which I have done. We have to integrate in our projects. So yeah, so this is what um, I wanted to show to you guys and to share some knowledge about EWS. Okay. Okay. I hope everybody were able to see the um, EWS project properly. So I just wanted to highlight one thing about the different why we are using EWS. I mean, I explained in the definition, but still I have some more information about the difference between your exchange and the AWS. Like your Microsoft is it have a huge number of global enterprise emails. Okay, they those are both on the cloud and those are both on the Office 365, and Microsoft Exchange Server Solutions, whatever, they are heavily popular with the public sector, and like everybody, like public sector and private, so everybody use this. Okay, so when dealing with this particular thing, you will likely seen that your Outlook Web Access or whatever the Outlook Exchange right now you are seeing, you need to even though it is a kind of a simple or an easy thing, but when we actually load a global address list from Outlook, that is Exchange, okay, um, we it overloads, it actually impacts the performance. So when Microsoft came with an approach of AWS, so it was completely a different concept. So this is particularly a backend and non end user facing server issues, whatever are there, they will not get exposed to it. Okay, so it is referred as an API. Okay, AWS API application, so allowing programmers to integrate with your calendars, with your inbox folders, with your contacts, with your task and everything. So it's basically an AWS API, and this is how we use um, with the project which I shown. Okay, so apart from that, um, um, so if I want to enhance, let me just go through my study material. um, so okay, so um, AWS, as I said, it's a protocol and it's an API. Okay, and it accommodates everything like Office 365, then the lower versions, and it's available on your iPhone, on your iPad, or your the client support AWS, which is on which the account is set up. So in earlier, like Microsoft Exchange Server, which was there, which is still there actually. So it is a mail server and a calendaring server developed by Microsoft, and it runs exclusively on Windows Server. Okay, so um, the first version of Microsoft Exchange Server. Okay, so it's like if you think about choosing between your Exchange and your AWS, so uh, why um, using EWS for your client development is so much important, because as I said that it provides very rich access to your mail, calendar, contact, task, notes. Okay, then it exposes many properties that are not available in your exchange, that you can enable. For example, um, actual work, assigned time, then your in the task like billing information, companies, is team task, then your mileage, your owner. Okay, and also it has a extended property like mappy attributes. Okay, then it provides all mail item class. Then there is a it provides a way to add or remove delegates. Okay, and it enhances your meeting schedule by providing a API, okay, for the users with whom you're scheduling the meetings. So and it provides access to your public folders. It supports creating and saving email messages. So there are a number of um, uh, advantages of using AWS. So there is a perception that your exchange is more broadly deployed than EWS, although it is true that robust exchange support was initially included in Exchange Server 2003, and EWS support started in Exchange Server 2007. So most organizations running versions of Exchange starting with 2007 exposes EWS and Exchange equally. So conclusion basically is that we have outlined some of the technical differences between the exchange and the AWS, as well as the business consideration to help you make a better choice for your application and for the customer experiences. So this is what I would say about, I mean, the your Outlook exchange currently which we are using. That is, we are loading from the LDAP, and we are not getting from the EWS. So yeah, so in case of any queries, I mean, please comment, so that even I come to know that how much correct knowledge I'm sharing to you. And if I am wrong anywhere, please feel free to comment and let me know, so that even my knowledge will increase. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good day.